Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This powerful statement, echoing through history, reminds us that injustice, wherever it may occur, poses a danger to justice as a whole. It serves as a stark warning that the fight for justice is never isolated. It highlights the interconnected nature of justice, demonstrating how the violation of rights in one instance can undermine the very fabric of a just society. The bonds that tie us together are fragile and must be protected. Whether it's a small village in rural India, where farmers toil under the sun, or a bustling metropolis like Chandigarh, teeming with life and activity, an act of injustice can have far-reaching consequences. It can ripple through communities, affecting lives in ways we might not immediately see. When we allow injustice to fester in one corner of our community, our nation, or our world, we risk the health of our entire societal structure. We unwittingly create a breeding ground for further injustice. Like a wildfire, it spreads, breaking the chains of trust and unity that hold us together. Therefore, it is our collective responsibility to stand against injustice wherever it appears, to safeguard the principles of fairness and equality for all. Imagine a stone thrown into a still pond. The moment it hits the water, it creates a small splash. The initial splash might seem insignificant, just a tiny disturbance in the vast expanse of water. But watch closely. That small splash creates ripples that spread outwards, touching every part of the pond, disturbing the entire surface. Injustice acts in much the same way. It starts with a single act, often appearing minor or isolated. A single act of discrimination, prejudice, or violence can have a ripple effect, impacting not just the immediate victim but also their families, communities, and society at large. The pain and distress spread far and wide, much like the ripples in the pond. For instance, consider a shopkeeper who refuses service to someone based on their religion. This act of exclusion is not just a momentary inconvenience. This seemingly isolated incident not only harms the individual who is denied service, but also sends a message to others of that religion that they are not welcome or valued in that community. It fosters an environment of fear, mistrust, and division, affecting the social fabric of the entire community. This sense of exclusion and marginalization can breed resentment and mistrust, ultimately sowing the seeds of discord within the community. When people feel that the system is rigged against them, that justice is not blind but rather biased, they are more likely to lose faith in the rule of law and may even resort to extra legal means to address their grievances. The consequences of ignoring injustice can be dire. It creates a climate of fear and suspicion, where people are afraid to speak up against wrongdoing for fear of reprisal. This silence only emboldens perpetrators, allowing injustice to flourish unchecked. Section 4. A shared responsibility. Combating injustice is not just the responsibility of law enforcement or the government. It is a collective responsibility that falls upon each and every one of us. When we witness injustice, we have a moral obligation to speak out against it. Silence in the face of injustice is complicity. By raising our voices, by demanding accountability, and by supporting victims of injustice, we can create a culture where injustice is not tolerated, where the rights of all individuals are respected and protected.
Breaking news.
Section 5. A call to action. We must remember that justice is not a passive concept. It requires constant vigilance and action. It is a living, breathing entity that demands our attention and our commitment. Every day, in every corner of the world, there are battles being fought for fairness and equality. Let us pledge to challenge injustice wherever and whenever we encounter it. Whether it is in our communities, our workplaces, or our governments, we must stand up and speak out. Silence in the face of injustice is complicity. Let us work together to create a world where the scales of justice are balanced, where equality reigns supreme, and where no one is left behind. This is not just an ideal, it is a necessity for the survival of our shared humanity, and where the inherent dignity of every individual is recognized and upheld. We must strive to build bridges, not walls, and to foster understanding and compassion in all our interactions. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This profound truth reminds us that we are all connected, and that the fight for justice is a collective responsibility. This is not just a quote, it is a call to action, a rallying cry for all who believe in the power of justice and the importance of standing up for what is right, a reminder that our fates are intertwined, that our destinies are linked. When one of us suffers, we all suffer. When one of us triumphs, we all triumph. And that the pursuit of justice is a continuous journey that we must undertake together. It is a path that requires courage, perseverance, and unwavering dedication. Let us walk this path together hand in hand towards a brighter, more just future for all.